Greetings and salutations, game fans. Firecracker37 here. Today we're going to be checking out Banished. Banished is part city builder, part survival sim, and a whole lot of fun. I've only played this game for a few hours, just long enough to kind of figure out a little bit about it and hopefully not die during our first winter. So without further ado, let's go ahead and create a new village. We're going to name our settlement Fireville and hope that doesn't curse it to being burnt to the ground. There's our map seat in case you'd like to play along. We're going to play with the Valley's terrain type, a large map, fair climate, disasters are on, and the medium starting conditions. So, let's go ahead and get started. And here we are, our new village. We're starting off with, I believe, 10 adult villagers and some children. We have a stockpile with a few resources and a storage barn with a few tools, food, and clothes to get us going. The first thing I'm going to do is pause the game and boost the speed up to 5x, because that's what I like to play at. We also need to set up our user interface. I love the way that you do this, where you just open the windows, put them wherever you want, and they will stay there for you. Close our storage barn so it's not in the way. Alright, and this over here is obviously our mini-map. This down here tells us our city information. Like we can see, we have 19 villagers that are currently homeless. We have 120 logs, 60 stone, 40 iron, some food, and some other things. Down here we see the stars. This is the happiness of our citizens, the health of our citizens, and then the current weather. Over here is our resource limits. When we assign our workers jobs, they will continue to do them until the resource they collect has reached the limit that we set over here. With this window open, we can easily and quickly manage them. Down here's the event log. It's going to show us anything noteworthy that happens in the village. Mini-map, pretty self-explanatory. And lastly, professions, where we can quickly assign and change jobs for our villagers. Since we have no jobs, we currently have 10 laborers. We're going to assign 2 of them right away to be builders, to make our buildings for us. And now we're just going to take a quick look around our map and try and decide where we'd like to build. So this appears to be our trade river. It kind of runs in an unusual direction for what I've seen in other world generators, but it is random, so I suppose almost anything is possible. Got a whole bunch of land over here in this area, right here, that could be suitable for building. There are a few little bumps in the terrain, but we can work around that. A great big lake over here. We might set up a nice fishing community. Probably be a good idea. But alright, let's not waste any time. Let's get some things going here. So even though we have some resources to start, we're definitely going to need a few more. So I'm going to get resource collection, and the area immediately around our camp, I just want them to collect everything, and we'll go ahead and get them working on that while we do other things. food is going to be an immediate major concern for our village, so we're going to want to set up several different methods for generating foodstuffs. Just trying to figure out the best location. I think we have a pretty good little starter city center right here between these two hills, so we'll go ahead and stick with that. I think we're going to take our food, fish, and we're going to try and build a fishing dock over here. I'm just trying to decide where I feel it looks the best, and we might slap another one down right next to it. So there's our fishing dock. We're gonna need a road, and we'll just run it over to about here for now, and we're gonna make another road up here, and then we'll come down and connect them up. The roads will just make it faster for our citizens to travel. Now, every fisherman needs somewhere to live, so right next to the fishing hut, we'll build our fisherman a house. The other thing the fisherman's going to do is generate resources, and he's going to want somewhere to put them. So we'll build a storage barn just opposite the fishing. We're actually, for the time being, going to pause the storage barn, so our builder won't work on it until we tell him to. So as you can see, our stockpile over here quickly filled up, and now they're just cutting down resources and leaving them wherever they feel like it. I think we'll give our fishermen a little stockpile over here. Nothing too big, and our guys are pretty quickly going to fill it up, but that's okay. So we'll just do... How about... Yeah, click the wrong button there. So... We'll do a 5x5 stockpile. So that stockpile's full, which is exactly what I would expect. So let's go ahead, let's get some other buildings down. So I think if we continue this road... Let's see. Yeah, I think down this way would be a pretty good place to have our woodcutters and our gatherers. Again, I don't really know. I haven't played this game that much, as I said. So we'll have a road down this way. We're going to put a woodcutting barn here, and we're going to pause it. Next to it, we're going to put a gatherer's hut. So, where is the gatherer's hut? That's the herbalist. I bet it's over here. No. Food. Under food. There we go. Gatherer's hut. And we'll want it facing the road. And they can go ahead and start working on that. Now, we're going to need 2 houses down this way, and I don't think we can sneak them onto this side very easily. So we'll put 1 there, 1 there, and we're going to need a 3rd one, so we'll put it there. And we're just going to let them go ahead and work on building that stuff. Oh, we've got some deer across the river there. They're going to come over here because we don't have a hunter. Alright, so our fishing hut is finished. Let's go ahead and pause the game for just 1 moment while we take a look around. To assign 2 of our laborers we're going to turn into fishermen. We're going to have our gatherer's hut down here complete. So ahead of it finishing, we're going to find gather on the side here. Probably right in front of my face. There it is. And we're going to pre-allocate 2 of our laborers as gatherers. So as soon as the gathering hut is finished, they'll start working it right away. The other thing we're going to immediately need to make is a woodcutter. And he is right here. So we'll pre-allocate one of our laborers as a woodcutter. And we're going to get that building built. I think we'll put our woodcutter right next to the fishing hut. So yeah, that's how we want to do it. And then let's find processing, woodcutter. Oh, he just barely doesn't fit, does he? Yeah, that kind of stinks. Will he fit? He'll fit on this side, so let's change my mind here. Let's cancel construction of this house. Let's place our woodcutter on this side. And yeah, we'll leave a space. And then on the other side of the road, we'll build the house. You get to live on Stockpile Lane. And let's just take a look. It looks like we have utilized a lot of the resources we had allocated to cut down over there. We don't want to cut down a lot over here, so we're going to build more this way as we progress. And we're going to start by populating this main road here. So let's unpause him and let him get to work. Alright, it's complaining down here about we have 3 citizens without jobs. That's just because their buildings haven't been completed yet. Our collection of food, stockpile of food, is starting to go down. And as they complete houses, they take about 100 food. Oh, they took way more than 100 food here. Maybe it's 100 food per person into the house. So that's why it disappeared from the number here. But they'll eat the food from their house first, I'm almost positive. So we've just about got all these buildings done. In fact, we've got 4 laborers. Let's make 2 more of them builders just to help finish this process up quicker. As soon as we get the stuff that's laid down, now built, we're going to unpause this storage barn and unpause the woodcutter. And our reserve of food is low. It's because we've built some houses and they have taken food into the houses. And as you see, these guys have a little fork and knife above them. It's because they didn't have any food in the house. But it looks like they're getting a little bit. Alright, I believe that all of this stuff is done, so we're going to unpause our storage barn. And the next things we're going to need, I'd really like to build a school, first thing. It means that it'll take a little bit longer for our children to turn to adults, but they'll be more effective workers. So I feel the earlier we get it done, the better off we're going to be. So one of our laborers is going to turn into a teacher. We're going to need a house for the teacher to live in. Teacher should live right by the school. I do believe that your guys will try to move into a house as close to their job as they possibly can. So I try and put houses anywhere people are going to be working to cut down on the time it takes them to go home and then go back to work. So we'll have a teacher. We're also going to need a blacksmith because we have tools We're down to 25 of them, which should last us a while, but I would rather be ahead of the game. So we'll put the blacksmith right here. And we'll give him a house across the street next to the school. And it's very possible that the blacksmith will live next to the blacksmith shop and the teacher next to the school. It doesn't really matter. They have houses, it's close to their job, that's all we really care about. Going to designate resources. We're not out of stone yet, but we are starting to run low. So I'm going to see if there's any stone over here. There we go. And our laborers should try and come and get this stone. Excuse me, I had a terrible cough come out of nowhere. Had to take care of it. Whoops. So we can unpause this woodcutter now and get it being worked on. It is now winter, so they're going to start to go through more clothes, more food. Hopefully we have enough people working. I think we're going to put 2 more of our laborers on fish. I don't know how effective the gatherers are during winter, so... Oh, our woodcutter has no wood, so we're going to have to designate some trees to chop down. And since he has no wood, he'll actually go cut trees down. There we go. That should give him enough to hopefully get through the winter. So our woodcutter, what he does is he makes firewood, and he's trying to keep 200 firewood in stock at a time. You see here we've got 123 right now, so we're doing okay. We're definitely going to have to upgrade that as we get more citizens, but we're going to have to upgrade everything as we get more citizens. So our school's been built, now we just need a teacher so we can get these kids in school. And any of them who have been made laborers will stay laborers. They won't stop working to go to school, but any new children will. And I think they become students at 10 years old. They're children before that, then students at 10, and then at 18 they become adults. I believe that's how it works. So let's see, you're waiting on wood, so you need more trees. Well, we've got trees designated, so just waiting. Oh, now the supply of firewood is low. Our food situation's also pretty low, so I don't really know that I want to take any of my food collectors away. We can drop the builders down, though. We'll drop down to 1 builder for now. Alright, it's late winter. We've almost survived our first year, and nobody has died. That is an awesome way to start the series. Looks like our supply of stone is still really low as well, so let's designate... No, we'll keep it a little smaller. We'll designate that. And I see more up north here too, so we'll be good on stone. We'll just have to get it collected slowly. Looks like we're focusing more on these ones up here. There is a way to change the priority on buildings, but I haven't figured it out yet, so... Look through the menus, it's probably in here somewhere, maybe in settings? Yeah, increase priority. So now these guys should come and work on. Oh, I don't know. We'll figure it out eventually. Maybe it's because there's no logs. They can't. Looks like we still have plenty of trees designated that they just haven't cut down yet, so... But I don't think it's going to hurt to designate a few more. This yellow circle here is where the woodcutter will work. I'm actually just going to pin that for now. Or the forester. I should call him a forester because the woodcutter makes firewood. So anywhere inside this yellow circle, he can plant trees and harvest trees and care for trees. So I think one of the first things we're going to want to do actually is build a bridge across here. That's going to cost a lot of logs, though, so let's not do it yet. Looks like our forester lodge is nearly complete. We're also ready to hire a blacksmith. There we go. Oh, and it looks like our woodcutter is finished, so hopefully somebody's going to go... Oh, we need to make a new forester. There we go. Alright, I think I'm going to end the episode here. I'd like to thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.